Hey everybody, this is Sean Lisha from Blue Thread, here to do another learning with you. Today we're going to take a quick look at the Ten Commandments. This is a shorter version of a presentation I did, about a year ago about Karaites and the Ten Commandments. I hope you enjoy. All right, so any talk on the Ten Commandments, in my opinion, must start with the Karaite synagogue in Cairo, Egypt, the Moses Eldari synagogue. You could see here on the left, right there in the center, is the Ten Commandments, or the Ten Commandments, and the entire Ten Commandments are written there, not just the first words or the incipit of every commandment. This is my father's synagogue, the Moses Eldari synagogue. The person who named this synagogue is Hakham Aaron. I love this synagogue so much that we actually used it as the cover of the book that we translated from Hakham Aaron, Rosh Pinah. I want to go one day. I'm excited to go one day. Please God, I can go one day. I'd love to see where my father's family prayed in Egypt. Okay, so today we're going to look at one Karaite sage. Look, when I first did this presentation, we talked about Hakham Aaron ben Eliyahu and Keter Torah. I talked about Hakham Nisi ben Noach and his commentary on the Ten Commandments. I talked about Judah Hadassi, Hakham Yehuda Hadassi and his Eshkol HaGofer. Today, we're just going to keep this short and just talk about Hakham Aaron ben Eliyahu and his Keter Torah. Aaron ben Elijah, Hakham Aaron ben Eliyahu lived in the 13th century, and Keter Torah is a commentary on the Torah. So the 5 books of the Torah, and we're only going to look at one section on this. It's his commentary on Deuteronomy 5:17. Okay, so here's what he says on the importance of the Ten Commandments. And indeed, the Ten Commandments are the root of all other commandments, for human concerns are 3. Number 1, what is between a person and the Creator? Number 2, what is between a person and members of his household? And 3, what is between a person and the rest of the people of the world? And there are 3 ways of dealing with these concerns. So there's 3 concerns, 3 ways of dealing with the 3 concerns. Number 1, through deeds. Number 2, through speech. Number 3, through thought. And all 3 are included into the 10 Commandments, okay? So let's just unpack that. The 10 Commandments are the root of all other commandments. The concerns are 3. What is between person and the Creator? What is between person and the members of his household? What is between a person and the rest of the people of the world? Okay, so it would be really helpful for you if you had a full copy of the 10 Commandments in front of you when we do this exercise. I'll give you a second to grab that if you want to, or you can just pause the video. But down here at the bottom, I've put the abbreviated version, just kind of a few words of the 10 Commandments. They're all there, 1 through 10. Number 1, I am the Lord your God. Through number 10, do not covet. And according to the sage, there are 3, Hakham Aaron ben Eliyahu, there are 3 human concerns. So as you look through the 10 Commandments, I want you to ask yourself, which ones of these commandments fall under these concerns? Is it between person and the Creator, person and their household, person and all people? All right. So I'm going to just start placing this as far as like I see them. Like he didn't give us he didn't give us the answer key. So I just have to infer just from understanding like which way to interpret this, right? So, right, like number 1, I am the Lord your God. That's between us and our Creator. That seems to be pretty easy. Number 2, no images, no idols, right? This is, again, between our person and our Creator. Number 3, do not take God's name in vain. Again, between person and Creator, really easy. 4, keep the Sabbath. I think that's about the relationship between us and our Creator. I could see if somebody thought there was some overlap between this or any of them and some of the other ones, but like I'm going to put that under the person and our Creator. Number 5, honor thy mother and father. That's person and their household, in my opinion. At least for a long time of our lives, our parents are in our household. Number 6, no murdering. That's kind of all people, including people in your household. Don't go away and say like, well, Sean said the murdering prohibition only applied to people outside of your household. Yes, this applies to people in your household and outside of your household. No adultery. Again, this could be all people as well, but like really your spouse is in your household and you should not commit adultery. This is how you relate to your household. Number 8, no stealing. Again, you can't steal from your household, but this is really how you relate with all people. Number 9, no bearing false witness. It literally says, do not bear false witness against thy neighbor. So again, somebody outside of your household. And no coveting, do not covet thy neighbors. And it lists a whole bunch of things. So again, all people really kind of people outside of your household. Again, you shouldn't covet something somebody in your household has. Okay. So again, he doesn't give us an understanding, an answer key. He doesn't tell us like whether I'm right or wrong here, but I think this makes sense. These are the three human concerns: relation between person and the creator, relation between person and the household, relation between person and all people. Okay, so we talked about these three ways to address human concerns, right? Like number one is through deeds, then through speech, and three through thoughts, and all three are included in the 10 Commandments. Let's look at what he says. So again, deeds, speech, and thoughts. I've again put for you an abbreviated version of the 10 Commandments, and I want to give you a second to think about which ones are deeds, which ones are speech, which ones are thoughts. I'm going to go, if you want to pause it and jot down your own answers, go for it. But again, no answer key. I'm just going to tell you how I see this. So number one is I'm the Lord your God. I think that's thoughts, right? Like telling you how to conceive of or conceptualize your relationship between your creator. Number two, deeds, no images and idols, right? So don't have anything tangible that you are putting before you and our creator. Number three, do not take God's name in vain. So it also, in another part of the Torah, the commandment says, do not swear falsely. I think speech is pretty clear what this means. Keep the Sabbath, that seems like a deed. Number five is honor thy mother and father. Again, deeds. I guess honor thy mother and father could be a thought, depending on how you view honoring. But I think that's a deed. No murdering, clearly a deed. Number seven, no adultery, clearly a deed. Number eight, no stealing, clearly a deed. Number nine, no bearing false witness. To bear false witness is to give false testimony. That's speech. Again, it could also be a deed, but I think it's speech. And number 10, no coveting. So if you look at the first one, I'm the Lord your God, it's a thought. And number 10, no coveting, it's something that's not a deed or speech, it's something that's in your heart or your mind or some thought that you have about people outside of your household. So I think these are the ways to conceptualize this. And that's really all I want to cover today. Thank you for joining me. Again, when I did this first talk, I looked at a few other Karaite sages. I talked about other ways to conceptualize these commandments in how those other sages viewed things. But for today, I just want to go through a quick thought on the 10 Commandments. Super happy to get your feedback. If you like this short format a little bit better than the long format that I've been doing, let me know. If you want long format talk because this was too quick for you, also let me know. Super excited to do whatever you want. Take good care.